What's up, 10 Scale Squad? We are back here at the racetrack. And as a lot of you know, I race a Losi Tenacity TT Pro here. 4-wheel drive, brushless short course truck, and that thing is super competitive, a lot of fun to race, and it's 100% stock. I haven't done anything to it. I pull it out of the box, throw some batteries in it, and run around this track, and it is a certified ripper. But I also have a 2-wheel drive truck that I race here as well, and you guys have been asking to see it, so here it is. Yep, it's a 2-wheel drive Traxxas Slash, but this one, I'm not a big fan. Let's take a look and I'll explain why. As I'm sure you probably guessed, this started life as the cheapest Traxxas Slash that money can buy. A high center of gravity, 2-wheel drive, brushed Traxxas Slash. Nothing special. But it didn't stay that way for long. So I got the Ford Raptor Fox body for it and the bumper that goes along with it. Of course, if you do this modification, you need the extended body mounts. And as you can see, I put the low center of gravity chassis on it. So the brush system got ripped out pretty much immediately, and I put this Dynamite Taser brushless system in it, and the Dynamite Taser 3300 kV brushless motor. Now, everyone at this racetrack runs gyros in their rigs, so I'm using this. This is actually a team associated radio. So I've got the receiver with the gyro in the truck right now. And of course, I gave it this groovy paint job. If you want to know how to do this, I've got a video on it. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. But you can't adjust the gyro from the transmitter. You've got to go in here, and it's only got like 3 settings. So you got to get in there and adjust the gain for the stability control on the receiver itself, as opposed to doing it from the transmitter like I do on my Losi. Kind of a pain in the butt. I fitted these pin tires on it, and I've got the VXL gearing in this. But on this track, when you line it up to a Rustler VXL, the Rustler just destroys it. The old Traxxas, I hate to say it, but it's just not competitive at this track. Of the dozens and dozens of races that I've entered, this is only one, maybe of just a few times. And really, even then, it's only by default when there's a horrific crash or there's only a couple people racing by the end of it. So, while it looks cool and it's fun to drive, it just doesn't do it for me. So, since Ethan and I both race a Losi here, and I've had really good luck with them, I decided to get one of these. So the thing absolutely rips. If you're real easy, yeah, wheelie. If you're real gentle with the steering, you can get it to 3-wheel sideways around turns. But, you know, it is still possible to spin it out, get it to understeer. But with that AVC, it handles really well. And it's only 2-wheel drive. Like, if you didn't know it was 2-wheel drive and I just handed you the transmitter, you would think it was 4-wheel drive until it just does a wheelie down the back straight. So here are the main things that I really like. 1, the looks. The thing looks awesome. Short course trucks are cool. K&N livery, a classic. Maxxis wheels and tires seem to stick pretty well on this surface. DX2E, one of my favorite ready-to-run transmitters. AVC built into it that you can adjust on the fly, definitely a plus. The power, awesome motor, awesome ESC. This thing has plenty of gearing to get this thing around, but it doesn't chug. It's nice and smooth all the way through the power band. Love it. The things I don't like, well, handling can be a little tricky. It likes to understeer through the corners under full throttle, as you would expect. And then when you give it a boot full of power, it will understeer and bring that back around, even with the AVC about 3/4 of the way turned up. All the links are plastic and non-adjustable. But plastic links, they have some benefits too. One, if they bend, they usually just bend back. And the front end still seems pretty rigid, so I'll take it. It parachutes over the jumps occasionally, and it's hard to control through the air, but other than that, the thing's a ripper. And we're just gonna pin this thing full throttle, no steering input, and it stays straight. Bit of brake to get the back to swing around turn 1, up, over, landing nicely. Aim for the inside, bit of brake, and then back on full throttle, landing nicely. Tight around that one, and there we go. We're gonna pin it, and here we're giving it full lock again. Oh, it wants to go a little wide, understeering a bit, and that lap is done in a very short amount of time. So there you go, guys. What do you think? Do you do any two-wheel drive racing? If you do, what platform do you use? And do you have one of these? Do you race it or do you just bash it? I think it's probably good for either one. Let me know down in the comment section below. If this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. We like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, and I've got some cool stuff coming up. You're gonna want to stick around. All right, guys, V is for velocity, maximum velocity. Let's see this thing rip one last time. Peace.